So this is going to be my first YouTube video, and it's going to be of my garden that I have had a lot of trial and errors in and still working on. I got my Kamara over here keeping me company. It's super hot out. So we have some purple basil here and then some regular basil. And you'll see we got little things in and out of here. This is just little pieces of herbs. And this here was called Thai basil, and it had bloomed some really pretty purple flowers. And here we have some flat parsley and some curled parsley here. And some oregano. This stuff is just growing like weeds. It's great. And some cilantro. Here I have planted very large beefsteak tomatoes. I've just kind of crushed them up in a pile here. Nothing special. Watered and put some dirt over it. We have some hybrid tomatoes here growing. Just a little tree. And this one is a regular tomato cherry plant. It's already got a bloom on here. And back here, all these little things that you're seeing back here is a salad blend. Minus the piece of grass that you have to, go through. But it's going to start growing. It's got a whole bunch of salad blend here that's going to go through. And we have some catnip here. I have 2 cats and they absolutely love it. Up here is actually just started to pop out. These are seeds from these very large sweet peppers that we had found in the grocery store once, and we haven't been able to find them ever since, but they were very large, long sweet peppers, and they're a really good alternative to eating hot dogs with instead of eating bread. These are going to be red bell peppers. I had a lot of trial and error with it. They're coming back. Here we have some jalapeno peppers. You can see this one has grown a little bit. Had a lot of trial and error with this. A lot of the peppers stay full sun. Here it just gets so hot in the heat. Just if you're not really careful, it really burns out the leaves. Been learning that. This here is a gypsy pepper plant. You can see starting to grow some babies on there. It's all blooming and flowers. These are just the sweet peppers. Back here we have the same thing, sweet pepper plants. This is called a Mad Hatter pepper plant. I don't know anything about it. I had seen it and figured I'd give it a try. I've yet to have anything bloom on here. And here is some trials from the kitchen. We had bought some radishes and they just started to grow some green leaves on here. You can see not all have worked, but some did. So we're gonna keep trying that. This is a pumpkin seed pumpkin. This one's blooming. It's a little late compared to the other ones. So all 4 of these were planted at the same time, and you can see the difference. This one didn't do anything. This one's just starting to grow, and these 2 bloomed pretty nicely. 2 carrots from the kitchen. You can see this one kind of rotted out. This one has shot a little bit of the green. These are green onions. You can see where I cut them off. I got these and I snipped them and they've already grown. This has been less than a week that they've grown like this. And I did have a watermelon plant down here, but the water kind of drowned it and that's where that went. And then we're gonna walk over here where this is a pineapple plant. We just had pineapple from the store. I cut it off and stuck it in the ground or in the pot. And same thing with this one. We had a pineapple from the store and just stuck it in the ground. You're gonna see what happens. They're doing pretty well. This is my lemon tree. It's a miniature lemon tree. You can see we've already started to grow some. They look like limes right now, but they are lemons. They're gonna get, you know, actual lemons. The Mayor lemon tree. The only thing I don't like about this is it has some really sharp, pokey spines on here. So if you're not careful, you're gonna get stabbed. This was actually given to me. This is a blueberry lemonade bush. When I got it, it was in really bad shape. It's really growing nicely. It's got a lot of new growth on it. It's grown nice and tall. Yet I've yet to see any kind of berries on it. This is a blueberry bush. The sun is just kind of doing a number on it right now. It's like I said, it's really hot and the heat is just hitting them hard. Back here is a blackberry bush. It's already actually blown off some seedlings there. And then this is also a blackberry bush. This here is a raspberry bush. It is doing really nicely. Can't wait for it to give me something. Here we have an aloe plant that just keeps growing. I did have a strawberry bush in here. I had two of them, yet they did die. I had one here and one back here. And then I tried my hand at some seeds right here where you see this paper towel at, and nothing from any of the strawberries bloomed. So I'm gonna try it again. Here we have a grape plant. I'm told from research that 2 to 3 years before it actually gives me anything. Over here, these are white onions. The bulbs are underneath. Some of them have made it, some of them have not. But there's plenty here. As you can see, like this one kind of didn't happen and this one didn't happen. And then I've got some back there. And then these are purple onions. Some of these are doing really well. Nice thick stalks. The bulbs are underneath. And there's some more purple onions there. Over here, it's been probably about 2 weeks. And I planted, I gave my hand at these seed packets that say you could just roll them out and stick them on the ground and put some dirt on them and have at it, and they're perfectly spaced. However, I found that a lot of them just were not as good in my case. These are the cucumber seedling packets here. And over here are some Gorge large bottles. Again, about 2 weeks. This is what we're looking at. All planted at the same time. As you can see, this one still has its seed attached to the leaf. A lot of things you're going to see in here, shredded paper and things like that. When I first did this, it was a very large project, and I was trying to do things without the cost of it. So you're going to see a lot of different varieties in the garden beds. These are green beans, and they are just taking off like crazy. I'm going to have to put another thing in the center here so they can grab a hold of it. But again, 2 weeks, and these are from seeds, and they are just sprouting all over the place. This is one of those seed packets that it actually did really well. I was very surprised, and these are beets that have come through here. And then a lot of failure over here. and mainly because I didn't realize it, but I just kind of left the hay in here instead of filling it with dirt. A lot of trial here, and the hay was just too heavy when it got watered, and the seeds just couldn't come through. So we were supposed to have radishes here and carrots here, and these were the green onions, and they just couldn't make it through. So I'm gonna have to retry it and put some dirt in here and reseed. However, the bok choy some of it did make it through, and it's growing. It's doing nice, and it seems to be pretty happy over here. And then I have some banana trees here. They're doing pretty well. It says about a year to 2 years before you actually see something. So we'll see what happens. So as you can see, this bed is just very large. And if I was to fill it with, you know, store-bought dirt and things like that, it would have been quite costly. So I've kind of put things in from my own yard and items like that. And so far, things have been really well and doing very well.